Alright, so what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite podcast of all time is Painkiller already. And I basically wanted to talk about this because I've been watching it for quite some time now, and I've seen it get a lot of hate and I've seen it get a lot of flack for pretty much reasons it really should not get hate for. And I kind of want to just clarify and set some things straight for, even just the haters or just to give my own personal opinion. So for those of you who don't know, Painkiller already started back in the Modern Warfare 2 days, which I'd probably say was, I think, in 2010. I could be wrong. It could have been 2009, but I'm pretty sure it was 2010. It started then, and the original hosts of the show was Woody's Gamertag, FPS Kyle, or also known as FPS Russia. They are the same person, so I mean, don't even. Yeah, they're the same person. Don't get that confused. They are the same person. But FPS Kyle, FPS Russia, and Wings of Redemption. And one thing that I loved about that podcast was, around that time I was new to Call of Duty, and what they did that was so cool to me was the fact that they would just, discuss, video games. I thought it was cool to listen to other people that I'd watch, discuss their thoughts about Modern Warfare 2 or their thoughts about just other stuff. And the thing about it was they never kept it boring. What they did was they instead of always talking about Modern Warfare 2 or just video games in general, they would always switch it up and do like weird, really, really, really weird questions. Like, would you rather have sex with a top half mermaid, or oh no, I think the question is, would you rather have sex with the top half of a mermaid or the bottom half? Yeah, I believe it's have if you can have either or. I can't remember that question. It's a long time ago, but they pretty much asked really weird questions. They did would you rather's, and a lot of that to me is it's really cool. I personally still believe it is cool. I like it. For me, I go through phases with the show. Like I'll watch it like for I'll catch every episode every week, and then sometimes I just kind of get busy and I miss a couple of episodes, and I catch up. I'm kind of like in and out with the show, but I do love it though. I don't wanna I don't want to give any impression that I hate the show or hate anybody there, but yeah, so they did a lot of really weird questions. And as time went on, I guess they were trying to look for a fourth member of the show, and the original fourth member was going to be a guy by the name of his YouTube channel is iZedneck, but you can find him as well, actually they refer to him as Redneck, but I believe iZedneck is his YouTube channel name. But yeah, they Redneck was gonna be the fourth member, and I guess throughout over time he didn't work out for whatever reason. I guess they could have been just sick of him. They didn't like his how he came to the show. I mean, I even heard he came to the show drunk sometimes. And I mean, if you're gonna do a podcast, you got to be professional. That's just how it is. Even doing YouTube videos, streams, not so much. You don't have to be too professional. But I do believe when you make YouTube videos, you have to not see. I shouldn't have probably said that. Not professional, but you really can't be ratchet. You got to be really uh there has to be okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say you have to be a little bit professional when you make these YouTube videos. You can't just hop on well, some people can hop on a commentary and say whatever they want. Me, I like to at least bring some intelligence to my videos. And basically he came drunk a couple of times, and I guess they got sick of him, and eventually he got let go. And the show has been doing great for years. People love them. They love the chemistry between everybody, and they love just everything about them. They were great. They had interesting topics, interesting ideas. It was just a great time, and I loved how the show was always like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours sometimes, and if we're lucky, we got 5 hours. So it was like 5 hours of a podcast, and you got to the point where I actually I didn't even listen to the radio. I would in the car, I would just always listen to Painkiller already. Like that was my personal radio. So as time went on, there were ups and downs. They missed a couple of shows, and they finally reached around. I believe they're at 191 right now, which I think is the longest gaming podcast to continue. Like I think it's the longest gaming podcast I think ever. I'm not sure, but I think I'm most likely right. This is not facts though, but by no means are these facts. This is just what I know. But yeah, so the show went on, and after a while, they decided to plan trips and do things, and they decided to um, go on a survival trip. Basically, what they were gonna do is grab little supplies and go out into the woods and try to survive out there as long as they possibly can. And the original idea of that, because at the time there was a new guy came on the show named Lefty. I can't even know I don't know his YouTube name. His branding is really bad. No offense to him, but he does have bad branding. But yeah, so Lefty came to the show. I should have mentioned that before, but he came to the show, and me personally, I did like him. I thought he was entertaining. He was intelligent, and he wasn't perfect by no means, but I thought he was a good addition to Painkiller already. But to me, the OGs are always gonna be Woody, Kyle, and Wings of Redemption. But yeah, so they decided to plan a survival trip. Lefty said he didn't want to go for safety reasons, and Woody, Kyle, and Wings were down. They really wanted to make it happen. So basically, what happened was they actually decided to make this a go, and Wings backed out literally at the last second. And after that, I guess they kind of realized that Wings just wasn't good for the show. Now, I'm not saying that was the sole reason why, but they said that there was other things that led up to this. Now, mind you, I'm not in their circle, so I really don't know exactly what went on after he bailed on them. But basically, he bailed on them, and now he's off the show. So Wings of Redemption, he's gone. And how I feel about that is, I just think I don't know what he did to piss them off in a previous time, but I mean, shit happens. A lot of people say Wings of Redemption made the show, but in my mind, he didn't make the show at all. I thought he was a good addition, but I don't think he made the show. To me personally, and I know a lot of people would not agree with this, but I think I just personally think Woody is, well, no, to me, at some point, Kyle made the show for me. Every time Kyle did not appear on the show, I would just not watch it. But after a while, I think it kind of became Woody. Like, I like Woody a lot. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So after that, he's gone, and a lot of people came for Wings of Redemption, and now they're mad that he's gone, and a lot of people just left the show. And I personally believe that y'all shouldn't really leave. I mean, well, if you only came for Wings in the first place, I guess you can do whatever you want. But I mean, I don't think Wings leaving is enough reason for me to stop watching. I think I'd stop watching if Woody left, because it'd just be Kyle, and it would be awkward. And no offense against Kyle, I love Kyle. I think he's the funniest person, and always has been the funniest person on the show. I just think it'll be kind of awkward with just other people, unless Kyle starts his own show where he's just sitting there talking to himself the entire time. But then again, I'd probably watch that too. I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, they then after that they had went ahead and they replaced Wings with, I believe it was Mercadurka. That was his name. Yes, I believe and now they have yeah, Mercadurka. So now it's Kyle, Woody, and Mercadurka, and they now are the pretty much the ones on Painkiller already. And I believe Dr. Chiz is going to be on soon. I'm not too sure about that, but I believe he is. But basically, they've had other guests come and go. They've had Taylor the Sub. They've had, like I said, Redneck. They've had Lefty, and that's another thing. Lefty isn't even on the show anymore, which I think that's kind of I think that whole situation's fucked up. Honestly, I personally believe it's fucked up, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I just believe it was fucked up. Basically, that's basically my thought on that. So now the show consists of Woody, Kyle, Mercadurka, and believe Dr. Chiz. So I think this new lineup isn't bad. I'm still gonna continue to watch the show and support them all the way through. And I mean, yeah, I wish nothing but the best for those guys, and hopefully the show can become even better than ever. Because they've been through a lot of stuff. They've been through getting DDoSed, and if you guys don't know what DDoSing means, DDoSing is basically where you hit a person offline while they're live streaming. Because Painkiller already used to be a live thing, but now it's not. And I believe ever since it stopped being live, it's been better than ever. And now that they have more people who I would say in some ways are more funny and they're more talkative, I believe this could be like the new all-star lineup. I think it's going to be even better than ever. So, like I said, I'll support them all the way through. I love everybody on the show, and yeah, hopefully it can only get better from here. They've had ups and downs, but in life we all have ups and downs. It's just how it is. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on Painkiller already. If you guys have any, questions, or let me know what you guys think about Painkiller already in the comment section. I think it's a great show. Can't wait to see more episodes, and can't wait to see them finally hit 200. They're at 191, I believe, right now. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a wonderful day. Peace. Goodbye.